Something is happening between you and your baby right now, not metaphorically, literally. At the level of brain waves, and most parents have no idea it's occurring. Here's what the science discovered. When a parent and baby look at each other, when they talk, laugh, make faces, their brains don't just respond to each other. They begin to synchronize same rhythms, same oscillation, same neural timing, brain to brain. Researchers call it interpersonal neural synchrony. And it changes everything about how we understand what bonding actually is. This isn't just warmth. This is biology. Because the 2017 researchers published a study in Scientific Reports measuring brain-to-brain synchrony during naturalistic social interactions. What they found, social synchrony between parents and infants carries profound effects on the maturation of physiological systems that support participation in social life. Not just emotional effects, physiological ones. Your face, your voice, your presence isn't just comforting your baby. It is building them, system by system. But here's where it gets more specific. Because this synchrony doesn't happen just from being in the same room. It requires something precise, something parents either do naturally or don't realize they're missing. It requires what researchers call mutual engagement, eye contact, reciprocal vocalization, joint attention. Studies show that direct mother-infant face-to-face communication, shared gaze and vocalizations elicited greater interbrain synchrony compared to moments of similar proximity that did not include facial or vocal communication. Read that again. Same room, same proximity, but without face-to-face engagement, the synchrony drops, which means a parent on their phone is physically present, but neurologically, they are somewhere else entirely. And their baby's brain knows it, what synchrony actually does to a baby's brain. Here's what most parenting content skips past. When parent-infant synchrony is high, 3 things happen simultaneously. Number 1, their heart rhythms couple. Parent and baby's heartbeats begin coordinating with each other. Not metaphor, measurable cardiac data. Number 2 is the oxytocin releases in both brains at the same time. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, doesn't just appear in one of them. It rises in both simultaneously, as if the bodies agreed. Number 3, the infant's developing brain gets something it can't build alone, regulation. Because a baby cannot regulate their own nervous system yet. They borrow regulation from yours. Your calm heartbeat teaches theirs to slow. Your steady breathing models what settled feels like. Your synchronized brain gives theirs a template to build from. Researchers describe this as the mature brain externally regulating the infant's brain, tuning it to social living. You are not just calming your baby. You are literally building their nervous system's capacity to eventually calm itself. Now, let's talk about the window most parents don't know exists. Here's something the research shows that changes how you think about ordinary moments. These synchronous interactions are not long. A study tracking real parent-infant interactions at home found that physical contact bouts are short, though highly variable. The brain-to-brain synchrony doesn't require extended sessions. It doesn't require special activities. It requires quality of engagement, not quantity of time. A 2-0 second hug with full presence outperforms a 2-0 minute proximity with distracted attention. Research on the Goldilocks zone of parent-infant hugging, published in Psychology Today, found that a hold that's just right, not too loose, not too tight, produces measurable increases in parasympathetic activation in both parent and baby. The vagus nerve, the body's main calming pathway, responds within seconds, not minutes, seconds, which means every small, present, engaged moment counts more than you realize. And every distracted moment costs more than, but the thing that disrupts synchrony are unique. This is the part most people don't want to hear, because it's not about the big failures. It's about the ordinary ones. The research found something specific. Moments of mother-infant proximity without facial or vocal communication did not produce the same neural synchrony. So what disrupts it? Not crisis, not loss, not dramatic events, just distraction. The parent who is physically there but mentally gone, the parent whose eyes are on the screen while the baby is in the carrier, the parent who is talking to someone else while nursing, the parent who, and this is almost all of us, is managing the mental load of life while a baby watches their face for signals. Babies don't just look at faces, they read them. Researchers have found that infants use eye contact and gaze direction to infer intention, meaning, and causality. Your face is not just your face to your baby. It is their primary data source about the world. What is safe? What is real? Whether they matter, and when that data source goes blank, when the face goes elsewhere, the baby's nervous system registers the absence, not as distraction, as disconnection. So what does this mean practically? Here is the application, not a list of rules. One shift. Treat your moments of full engagement as biological medicine, because that is what the research says they are. When you put the phone down and make real eye contact for 60 seconds, when you mirror your baby's expression and wait for them to mirror yours back, when you narrate what they're looking at and they turn to check if you're still there, these are not sweet moments. They are neurological events, heart rhythms coupling, oxytocin releasing, brainwaves synchronizing, and nervous system being built from the outside in. You don't need more time. You need more presence inside the time you already have. Here's the part the data leads to but doesn't say out loud. That synchrony you build in the early months doesn't stay in the early months. Research on biobehavioral synchrony shows these moments carry an imprinting-like effect on the infant's brain. An imprint, which means the quality of connection you create now becomes the template for how your child's nervous system expects relationships to feel, the template for whether closeness feels safe, whether being seen feels normal, whether reaching toward another person feels like something worth doing. This is where attachment begins. Not in the dramatic moments, not in the perfect ones. In the Tuesday afternoon moments when you put the phone down and really looked, and their brain synced to yours, and without knowing it, you built something that lasts a lifetime. Your baby doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to be present, not for hours, for the minutes inside the hours when you are actually there. Eyes open, face engaged, signal clear. You are safe. I see you. You matter. Because that signal, delivered through your gaze, your voice, your touch, your synchronized nervous system, is not just comfort. It is construction. And your baby's brain is building itself from it right now. If this changed how you see the ordinary moments, share it. Leave a comment telling me one moment today where you were fully present with your child, because those moments deserve to be seen.